Go ahead, Tashina, you're recording.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us or watching the replay of our weekly Happy Oiler family call. So today we are going to try to give you guys as much information as possible about where to reference if you are trying to, first of all, educate yourself, find answers to questions, as well as get reference for printables, for class scripts, so that everything that you need, this will be a nice little video that you can send to new people that need some information. So we're going to try to tackle a bunch of those and give you all types of ideas to be able to do that effectively and teach your team members to do that. So the very first thing that you want to do, like the day that you buy your kit, is get a reference guide. So you can go on Amazon. There are all different types of essential oils dictionaries and reference guides. This is the essential oils pocket reference that I have here. There's also a desk reference that is a little bit bigger. The desk reference actually exists in English and Spanish. There's also an animal desk reference, and there's tons of other just little books that people have created as information. And again, a lot of those are available on Amazon. Another website that we go to get a lot of that is lifesciencepublishers.com. So those really are your first line of defense. Like when you have a question or a doubt or an issue, the first thing that you want to do is pull out one of your reference guides to look that up. There's also apps that you can use. So I think the essential oil bar is the one that most people are downloading and using at this time, so that you can have a quick reference to look that up on the go as well. Then once you have that on hand, one of the next things that you want to do is dig into your virtual office, because the virtual office has tons of information. And I'm actually going to share my screen. Actually, let me make sure I'm signed into the virtual office. Which I'm not. I've been kicked out. Okay, now I will share my screen. Okay, so in your virtual office, you have a section called Member Resources. So the Member Resources section starts out with quick links to lots of different things like events, your direct deposit form, the monthly promotions, different flyers, information on the comp plan, your out of stock list, seed to seal information, your actual virtual product catalog if you want that, FAQs, information about essential rewards, quick link for the blog. And one of the really cool and good things about it is you have YL Central. So in Young Living Central, there's lots of short videos and information for different things. So you can see there's essential rewards, another one for member resources, and then there's different categories here. So here's where you can learn more about essential oils. You can see that here there's some shareable graphics for you. Under Learn About Essential Oils, there's actually PowerPoint presentations. So for those that would like to do classes, or even want to do some online classes, or just have the information to review, there's one for Essential Oils Basics. There's one for learning to use your starter kit, one for Introduction to Young Living Essential Oils. And then here's some other just essential oil basics, suggested product claims, hot words for winter, summer, and spring not to use, back to school, etc. Spring cleaning checklist, additional shareable graphics. Then as we go under products, we have at home, healthy and fit, personal care, accessories, and diffusers. So again, like when you go under thieves, you've got all these product information pages and just graphics to learn more about the individual products, but then you also have a PowerPoint presentation. So this is the classes that I've all done in the past 7 days. So I did a Facebook one in English, I did a Facebook one in Spanish. So some of this information does exist in Spanish as well. And the one that I'm gonna do Tuesday in person, I'm using this PowerPoint version right from our virtual office.
A Marvel marathon. You know what? All the movies.
Hey, Karen, you're not on mute.
Sorry, my son's talking to grandma over here. But I'm glad you're using that. I'll be there Tuesday.
Yes, that's what we're using. So then under healthy and fit, we got Ninja Red that has a presentation, Sleek that has a presentation, Targeted Nutrition has a bunch of product information pages for you to learn about those. Foundational Nutrition has information about Life 9. Then over and dive deeper under YL Fit, there's actually some videos on basic movement, mindful eating, strength training. And then product information pages, as well as a PowerPoint for all the products that came out during the last convention. And then under Share YL, you have all these categories. So business resources, additional product education, it recommends TaxSpot for tax support, Oily Tools for a mobile download manager. You got some Facebook banners, these little shareable rank advancements. And then information about Essential Rewards, there's a video there. Information about Elite Express, there's a video there. Introduction to YL. There's a lifestyle booklet and a couple of other presentations. So tons of information under Young Living Central. And then additionally, an important thing to make sure that new people know, you have a link builder here. There's also your virtual product catalog, information on Help 5. And then another super important thing, if you go under company, that's where you will find events. And under the events tab, you will find corporate sponsored events, as well as some local events if people email them in. So like right now, important event, especially for everyone that is watching the replay. Probably the first thing that's going to pop up is information about the rally. If my computer wants to cooperate, which it needs to do because I have lots of stuff to share. Okay, well, I'll let it think. So then we also have, okay, there it goes. Okay, so you can find out when the next beauty schools are. Everyone hopefully already has their tickets to a rally in their area. If you don't, you can come here for the rallies. Click on your state and figure out one. Or if you absolutely can't leave the house, find yourself an online one. And so those are the major things here. And then we saw a link to the blog elsewhere, but you can also get to the blog at the bottom of the page. And that's another really good thing to check in on a regular basis, see what articles are out there. And a lot of times to get your questions answered as well, going to the blog. The search engine is not the most friendly, but usually every time someone posts a question in a group, a lot of times I will just go to the blog and find an article on it because it's really the easiest way. It's going to be compliant and it's going to have lots of different information in it. So say somebody posts what oil should I not use for when I'm pregnant? Go to the blog, hit search. You got 2 great articles here. Tips and 12 essential oil tips for relaxed pregnancy. Pregnancy and Essential Oils by Lindsay Elmore, a doctor, so that she will mention the ones there that you shouldn't use. You see the blog's got tons of cool stuff. Articles just about essential oils. Do it yourself for all the people that love do it yourself. There's diffuser blends, there's cleaning, there's skin and hair, there's crafty stuff. Under wellness, you can find stuff related to healthy and fit, mind and spirit parenting, at home, babies, kids, pets, seasonal and vitality recipes. And beauty, more do-it-yourself for beauty. And again, any of these things you could just put in, what do I do for dry hair? And just go straight to the articles. So you got a do-it-yourself detangler, a dry shampoo, a hair mask, and how to get mermaid hair. So if you're not checking the blog probably once a week, that's a good thing to add. That will definitely increase your information and learning knowledge. So that's all I had to share about this one. Anyone else want to share something about what they love about the virtual office or other things that they do to educate themselves or to share with people on the virtual office? Alrighty, from there, then another great resource that Young Living gives us, of course, is the Young Living training and education page. So we have our Monday Dose of Valors, which are super cool. They're always posting just different articles and things here as well. So you can see all the videos. During the week too, a lot of times like Dr. Book or different other people will pop up and just do like a 2-minute video about something, usually related to our promos. So if you're not following the Young Living Training and Education page, definitely follow there and make sure you tune in every Monday for the Monday Dose of Valor. And then we have the official Young Living page. You have your country pages if you're in a different country that you want to follow as well. So tons of information available there. And then all of the videos, if there's a video that you saw that was posted somewhere and you don't remember on the Facebook, we also have our Young Living official YouTube channel. They all will get uploaded to here. And there's different playlists. So you see there's a Seed to Seal playlist, Savvy Minerals, Do It Yourself, Young Living Foundation, stuff specific to share with new members, recent uploads, Cooking with Vitality. Again, tons and tons of information to be able to, and you can see there, most of these videos are like 1 to 2 minutes, super easy to share with people. So if you're looking for recipes, again, this is an amazing place to look for different stuff. Or if you saw it on the blog and you want to see a video, or you saw it on the training page, you'll probably find it here. And this does exist in Spanish as well. With pretty much the same setup. So do it yourself. There's a products one, foundation, uploads, etc. So I check that on a pretty regular basis as well. So if you haven't been doing that, that's something to definitely also put in your arsenal. Beyond that, we also have some amazing resources through Vital 180. So once you feel like you've experienced everything that exists in Young Living website and you're keeping up with that, going to Vital 180 and making sure that you go through a lot of the things there is super, super crucial. So you get to vital180.com. If you haven't yet signed up for it, you just create an account using your same member number and password. Using that, they can verify you, and then you have access to here. Melissa is going to run us through a a full training on all the things that it has, but I'm just touching on where you can reference some things very quickly. So there's a whole section on product education here. There are shareable graphics, lots of cool shareable graphics. If you like to share graphics, there's some that you can put on postcards. They always have different ones for the monthly promotions. So if you're looking for shareable graphics, so here's some of the ones they had for recent promotions. Lots of other just different graphics for you to share if you haven't explored those yet. And then when it comes to education, we have our guides that you can purchase or view the online version. So the welcome booklet is amazing to make sure that you have. If someone didn't gift that to you when you started, you can see the online version here. Vital Life Guide is just a really good one that just gives you general information. And one of the important things in, I think, the welcome booklet is that it will give you a wellness consult. And if you want to know how to, if you want something to have to share with other people, our Simply Sharing booklet is amazing. You can use that and walk through that just for a class. And then a share guide helps you share effectively. With the Building to the Next Level training, one of the cool things about each one of the modules, it starts with the live section, and in those live sections, they teach you how to use products, how they go through different areas of your home and how to use products. So another way to educate yourself and make sure your team members get educated. And then we have additional classes here. If you've already ran through all the ones that exist in YL Central, then you have some of them are just different versions if you'd like to do a different version, like the home detox. But there's a Got Oils Now What? There's a different version of the Intro to Oils. There's an Intro to YL. There's a kids one here, which isn't yet available on YL Central. There's a Make and Take one, which you would probably have to makeshift and put together. There's a different Ninja Red one here. There's a Savvy Minerals informational makeup class, and there's a How to Apply Savvy Minerals. So these are some additional classes that are available to everyone in the team for free with PowerPoint presentations for you to view. And there's, when you go into any of these, they have tons of additional just tools. There is a graphic for you to be able to send out postcards. There is an invitation for you to text. You just pull this up and put your information in. You've got the presentation. You can have it in PDF or in PowerPoint. You got enrollment forms that you can print off. You have class handouts. You have Facebook covers if you're going to do a Facebook class. You have your wellness consult that you want to pass out to everyone. So everything that you need, a sign-in sheet in order to have a successful class. So I love these classes as well and use them on a regular basis. Beyond that, there are some paid services. The only one that I'm currently using is Oil Revolution Designs. That's the only one that I'm paying for. This one is, I think, is $60 a year. And again, those are just, really, this is for those of us that have been in and sharing for 2 years or more, you know, just to have some additional graphics and classes in rotation. Oil Revolution Designs usually is one of the first actually to post graphics, so I do like that about them. So Vital 180, usually if there's a flash sale, won't have a graphic for a flash sale. Oil Revolution Designs always has one. So even just for that reason, I like to have them. And then you can see they have a Welcome Spring. So they've actually got some cleaning and diffuser recipes here. Actually haven't looked at this one. I might just take a look at it, see if I would just want to download some for the class just to have them. Again, March promos. But again, one of the main reasons why I like this is because they always have the promos out there in a graphic, and you can have these. When you have this, you'll be able to put all your information on it. Automatically puts it there for you. So that's cool. But they do have lots of different classes. They have Instagram stories. So you got the 14-day challenge, one about Young Living Foundation, information about the PSK upgrade. So I've been, I think, doing Oil Revolution designs for, I think I just renewed for my second time probably. So I've had it a total of going on 3 years now. So it works for me. Some of the classes that I'm doing online were things that we talked about in December that people were interested in knowing more about supplements. And so I did one on foundational nutrition, and I did one on cleansing nutrition, and I have another one coming up. And most of the information that I'm getting for those classes are here from Oil Revolution Designs. Anyone else use a different paid service to get any presentations from currently that they would like to share? No? All right. And then obviously another resource is your team, right? So we got our team Facebook pages. The one that we spend the most time in is the Healthy Habits Hub, since it's got lots of different moderators in there and a variety of content coming out on a regular basis. You can go in there and ask questions. We also have the Happy Oiler Families Facebook group. Lots of great information. Can also come in there and ask questions as well. For those that speak Spanish, Conexión de Líderes, or Connection of Leaders, is where most of information can be found. So jumping into Facebook groups is very good. Another one that I do go into fairly regularly is Shannon Hudson's 1090 large public group. So I do go in there fairly regularly as well. Just depends on what you're looking for, how much time you want to spend, and how many groups you want to be a part of. Those pretty much are the ones. Oh, and then Vital 180 as well. But you can see there's 15 updates in there I haven't seen yet. But I do love the lives that they put in there on a regular basis. So Vital 180 is another great one. If you haven't watched a lot of the lives in there, they've been pretty spectacular and stellar. So our Vital 180 Facebook. And then just on YouTube, there's tons of great content on YouTube. I know before I started creating my own videos, I would just follow people that I loved and I would just use their videos. So before I had my own video to share with people about the starter kit, I would just go and use Shannon Hudson's video. So if you see someone at convention or you see them on Facebook and they resonate with you and you like the way that they teach, then I would suggest following them on YouTube. You could get more great content from them, and that would be available to share as well. A lot of the other team members in our team have YouTube channels as well with some great information and content on them. And I think that is all that I had to share. Anyone have anything that they want to add? Does anyone have any questions about where to find something else that maybe we didn't touch on?
I did want to just briefly add, if you go back to the Vital 180, because I do think also it's important, if you go to like their shareables and it talks about, where is it? Where'd it go? Textables. I think this is a very, very important one also to make sure we're utilizing, because here's the thing. I feel like sometimes we forget that it's a premium starter kit, right? So we are starting them on their journey, and maybe you did a one-on-one with them and you ran through the oils and you told them all the amazing things about the oils, or maybe they came to a class and, you went into details with, again, all of the oils and stuff like that. Here's the reality. They don't remember anything you said. They got their kit. They're so excited. They get home and then they're intimidated and they don't have a clue what to do now. So I think these are super, super important to make sure, even before they get their kit, to go through some of these textables with them. So first and foremost, if they got started maybe with the premium starter kit, and I love that they updated the premium starter kit ones too. These are so much better looking than the other ones that they had. But so just, welcome them, thank them for getting their kit, and send out these textables. I think this is so important. If you personally enrolled somebody, it's your responsibility to make sure they know what to do with their kit. Because again, the reality is, I have talked to so many people that let their kit just sit there and they have no idea what to do. So even if it's you just send one text a day with a little tip, you can see the little textables have recipes they can do, easy, simple switches and swaps that they can do. So it makes it very, very easy and kind of idiot proof to what they need to do. So that way it gets them in the idea of every day, let me try a new oil. Let me pull out this oil. And let me try the little tip in there. And again, it rolls through every single part of the oils in the kit, as well as you see that there's one for the hand purifier. There's one that talks about a few little recipes. So it literally tells them what to do with every single piece of the kit. And then once they've gone through that, you can move on to another kit. Because again, we want to encourage the lifestyle. So we don't want to leave them hanging. And we want to make sure that now they understand, well, we also have makeup. So now the next thing, when you replace the toxins in your home, we have toothpaste, Ninja Red. So again, these are simple things. So it might not be a full class they're getting, but it's important that they, one, know what Vita 180 is, that this is a resource for them and to share with other people, and how to use and utilize all of the things that are there for them. Because I can't tell you how many people that I come across, even, doing a vendor event, and people that are using Young Living, and they're like, oh, Young Living has makeup. Oh, Young Living has supplements. If your team members are getting protein powders from other places than themselves, then we're not educating them enough, right? So we want to make sure they are super aware of all that they have. The reality is, Thieves Cleaner is the cheapest, most safest thing anybody could be using. So if they got anything else they're cleaning their home with, they're not getting all the information. So we want to really, really take that responsibility on ourselves. It's beautiful that today is the last day of the month. So we know that tomorrow, very early, we're going to know what April's promotions are. So again, as a leader, look at your downline. Day one of the month really should be that day that you, like Tashina said, if you can get it from Vita 180, awesome, and get that graphic for the monthly promo. If it's not quite up yet, then maybe just look around, because a lot of people are posting it, and make sure that you personally send that text message to every single person in your downline. It's so important that you do it, because here's the thing. If you ever miss things online, trust me, a lot of your team has missed it too. So you have to personalize it. It's not going to be enough just to send an email. It's not going to be enough to just assume that they're going to go into some of these groups and see some of these things. You want to make sure you personalize it and personally text it. And even if you do not get replies, people are seeing it because they know that it's coming from you. And I'm honestly, I'm shocked a lot of times, because then I'm like, oh, blah, blah, blah ordered. I wonder what of the a million things that I reached out to her caused them to order, So again, we want to keep that open dialogue with our people.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that they updated a bunch of these. And a lot of the other graphics that are not the textables too, are what I use to send out postcards to my team. So Dana takes care of all her team members, and I don't have to worry about texting them, but it's important that they know who I am. And I do reach out to all my stars and above. So I do use some of the other shareables when they come out for definitely for the promos, when I've sent out my postcards, so that everybody are aware of the classes and stuff. But yeah, wonderful point, because I didn't realize they put all them extra textables in there. I didn't even know that. And Karen, you had something to add?
No, I was just, yeah, I was adding the textables. Like, those are beautiful. And we didn't even have to pay anybody to do that. Beautiful graphics, you know. The other thing, too, I'm sorry I got on a little bit late, but did we touch on Oil Posse at all, too, as a free site?
No, we didn't. Yeah, that's what I needed for people.
So while you get that, I'll just explain it a little bit. So if anybody's doing any vendor events or reaching out in any capacity where you're going to be besides classes, you want to stick to the YL Central. And what's great about it is we have a systematic approach, right? So if I'm preaching, same thing. I'm preaching to the choir here, but oh goodness, if I'm teaching about thieves, or if I'm teaching about intro to starter kit, it's all going to be the same, which is going to be fantastic to have the approach of a team base, right? Because if you hear it the same way from every single person on the team, of course you're going to have different stories in there, but if you have like the same basis and the same underlying theme, it's going to be awesome. So if anybody does any vendor events, Oil Posse is fan-dably-tastic. They have actual checklists that they have graphics that you can put up for your some people put up like little 5x7s by each individual oil that people can smell, and it kind of gives them a little lowdown of what it is. I printed it out at a 9x10, and I put it in one little like wooden bifold type like thing that helps bring some height and some attention to the table. So those are amazing, amazing things to have. One of the things that I did with the Vital 180 page too, this is outside of Oil Posse, but one of the graphics that they have, like the handout that they have at classes, I laminated one, right, from each of those classes. So if somebody has a question about oils and what they are, I have it laminated. I found that when I kept on like printing off a bunch of them for people to use, it was a lot of money in just printing. So I found that people can take a picture of it, it gets it in their phone, it works well with that. So I just wanted to add that little website. It's totally free. That's where I get all my event stuff. And they actually have a fantastic, for people that aren't organized very well, it's me. They have a fantastic checklist of what to do on indoor or outdoor events. So that was my go-to for my events. That's all.
Wonderful. So again, if you run out of things, you know, it looks like they have a couple of graphics here as well. And then Sarah Harnish's page as well has some tools. So I know she's in the process of updating her actual minis and stuff like that. And so, but having those are really cool as well to give to people. One of the other things that I do really like from her as well is the audio. Like if there's somebody who like thinks that they know about oils and they're like, it's not, the conversation is like, well, I already use oils and, you know, I make my own stuff. I do like to send her Toxic Free Life audio so that I actually have that saved as a note in order to be available to send that to people. So checking out her website too, again, when you run out of stuff is also another pretty good reference. She has her free stuff section, and then you can order her audio CDs to pass out to people, but you could just also download it. And then her game plan minis, and what's the other one? I can't remember what it's called, but and then she has her oily scavenger hunt video that can be shared. But here's where she has the audio recording, so I do like sharing those with people, because you just copy and paste it and it's free. If you can't get them to come to a class, then it is a great way to share with them. So Fearless, in the Game Plan minis. And then she does have some stuff in Spanish as well. But she was still last time. So the Spanish ones are the old PSK. They're not updated yet. And then she does have some textable graphics on here. I have grabbed a couple of those for postcards that she has, the little bundles to encourage people for ER as well. So I have used some of hers as well. Yes, thanks for the memory jogger. Anything else? Did that jog anyone else's memory of other things we can share and talk about?
I know Monica uses Grow Workspace, but obviously I don't have access to that.
Yeah, I was asking someone to be on this share, but I guess neither of the individuals were able to join. I don't have that, so I don't know what it looks like. I don't know how to use it. Can't really comment on it.
Hey, I'll add. I don't have Grow Workspace, but I've used or actually, I don't know, maybe this is Grow Workspace. I don't know what Grow Workspace is, but I've used, is Sway a thing?
Sway is actually what do you call those things? It's like a mobile PowerPoint is what it is.
Okay, so I've used that before. So before, Julie has sent me some classes through Sway. And so I actually kind of adapted them though, and that's what I use in my Insta stories and my Facebook stories. So I actually really, really like that because I also use, so I was listening to Christy Rose one day, and she uses an app called Unfold. And so I actually will take the classes from Sway because I like some of the wording and the graphics that they have in there, and I will put them into Unfold. And what's nice is they give little snippets, and I run through total classes. So I actually will do that in my stories where it is only going to be up for 24 hours, but then I put it in my highlights. So if you go on my Instagram page, like you will actually see at the top of my page all of my classes. So I have a oils and pregnancy. I have a I think one with athletes. I have one what did I just do? What was the class we just did that you were at Salt and Sugar?
You know, minimizing the incidence of the seasons, getting through the next season.
Yes. Season change. Yeah. So I keep them there though too, because I can always quickly then reference that if I come across somebody that has that specific need. Because again, when we think about like how we're using certain social media things, I love that when it's in my story, I can see how many people actually viewed it, and I can see actually the people who did view it. So when I know exactly who, okay, well, this person that follows me on Instagram, they might not ever like or comment on my things, but every single time I post something about kids, they watch through the whole thing. And I love seeing that because I can gauge their interest. And I know now how to approach them or what to approach them with. Because you'll have some people where it's like, oh, look, they saw that I have a story, so they start in the beginning, but then they never go through the whole thing. Whereas some people, you'll see that they watch the entire story. Now, that doesn't mean necessarily that they read every little snippet in there, but I'm like, it at least caught their interest that, I mean, because I have like 14 slides going through there, right? But they click through every single one of those slides. So now when I do invite them, I'm going to have that in mind, and I'll be able to better approach them with what they're interested in. That's all I had with that.
Nice. I got to get on your level eventually. Like you put it in the highlights. I haven't really been putting stuff in highlights. Anyone else? Any other questions or anything to share? I guess just to add to, there's also Instagram, right? So everything for Young Living exists on Instagram. So you can follow Young Living Official on Instagram. You can follow the Young Living Spanish one on Instagram as well if you're just interested in getting graphics. So those are other resources. All right, anything else, guys? If not, we can move on to upcoming events. So I know for us, we have on Tuesday at the Rusty Bucket, we will have our home detox class. So always open to everyone. So anyone can be sent there from any team. So super excited about that because we've been talking about it and promoting it, and we're finally, hopefully tomorrow spring will come back. I don't think many people did any spring cleaning yet with the weather situation still being cold. And then on April 12th in Dearborn, so we're having monthly classes in Dearborn at 6:30 at the Big B on Ford Road. We are having a self-care class. And then the 23rd, I'm having a supplement class on Facebook. And then the week after, I'm having that same class in Spanish. So those are the 4 classes. All of us here in Michigan are planning on going to, if they don't have a prior commitment that supersedes that, are going to the rally, our beauty school rally in Brighton on Saturday, the 6th. So hopefully everyone else has their tickets. If not, we showed you where to go get your ticket for a rally. I will be running the Savvy Mineral table there. So pretty cool. And then Karen, do you guys have your topics and locations for the next 4 weeks?
So we're actually doing a lot of Zoom calls now. Because we found that a lot of people like to get them out and get them to the actual location is a challenge. The people that we're actually reaching out to right now, especially those that are working nights or whatever. So once we get all those Zoom calls organized, it's obviously going to be open to everyone, and we'll be sure to post that to the Word doc that you have put together so nicely. Thank you.
Wonderful. All right, any other events that anyone else wants to share from a different area?
I just had a quick question to Sheena. When you have online rallies that happen, if I have a previous engagement happening this Saturday and I wanted to go watch the online rally, can I catch a replay of an online rally?
Yeah, so the online rallies still are going to have separate snippets of videos. And so I had that issue one time. It conflicted with one of my full day religious things. And Dana has that conflict this time, right? So what I did is I actually tried to find an online rally that was in the evening. And my Spanish online rally I do in the evening because I participate in the English one during the day. So that's what I tried to find. I tried to find one that would like started at 8 o'clock because I was busy at a religious event all day during the day. But if you can't find one, then it's just going to be snippets of videos, right? So you can go in there anytime, just like you do any Facebook, and then you'll just watch the videos in the order that are there. So the other thing too is because I get all the content, I upload all of the Young Living videos in English and Spanish to my YouTube channel. So if you need to share any of the information, like the video that they do in a promo or something, you can always find it on my YouTube channel as well. But yeah, it would just be like any other Facebook class that you went to and, you know, you went the day after they actually did it. It's just that there'll be snippets of different videos and a couple of graphics as opposed to one long live in there.
Some online rallies are actually done live. I've unfortunately have not been able to get to a live rally because there's always been some kind of a conflict. So I'm always doing them online, and some of them are exactly like Tashina. said, and some of them are done live where they don't post them for replay later on because they're not through Facebook, they're on other platforms. So you just have to look and see the actual individual rally that you're signing up for, what it is. I happen to like those live online ones better than the follow the Facebook postings myself.
Yeah, with ours, everything is mostly usually live. It's just live in snippets because it's 4 different people in 4 different states or countries doing it. so like we get on there and we're live, and that's the one that I did when I was on the English one in Chicago, because I've only participated in one other one. That's how they did it. It was like 11 different people that came on and shared, and they were all lives, but it was just different people that shared. But that would be cool too if you're just like tuning into a location and it's just a straight 4 hours of location and you're just being streamed an actual, but probably I would think that would be difficult to find like at 8 o'clock if your preference was to find one in the evening. So that's good to know. And I'm sure however it's done, you just go into the Facebook event and I'm sure they'll have an explanation of how they plan to run it. So, because I know for mine, we start doing introductions. And so like on Tuesday, when someone does the first introduction, they're going to explain how this rally is going to work. So it should be fairly easy to figure out. Any other questions or comments? All right, guys, if there's nothing else, thank you everyone for joining and everyone else for watching the replay. Hopefully this information was helpful and you'll be able to share it with some of the new people so they can get educated in the future and have lots of resources. Have a great evening. Bye, guys.
Thank you.